All right, welcome. Today, we're going to dive right into the heart of an island that, well, it moves to its own unforgettable beat. We are exploring Cuba, a place where the music and the language come together to create a culture that is just, wow. It's truly one of a kind. So let's get into it. To really get the vibe of a place, you got to start with how people talk to each other. And in Cuba, you are going to hear this phrase everywhere. It's so much more than just a simple greeting. It's like an invitation, a little piece of the culture being handed right to you. So what does it mean? Basically, it's, "What's up, friend?" This is one of those fantastic little phrases that you're just not going to find in your average Spanish textbook. It's pure Cuba. It's a perfect window into that warm, friendly, and formal character of the island. Okay, so to really understand the language, we first have to understand the place it comes from. Let's paint a picture of this gorgeous Caribbean island. Here's a quick snapshot for you. The capital is La Habana. You've got a population of about 11 million people. And check this out. Alongside Spanish, you'll also hear Haitian Creole and Lucumí. Lucumí is a Yoruba-based language, which right away gives you a hint about the island's deep, complex, and fascinating cultural roots. Geographically, we're talking about a lush, really fertile island. And its economy, as you probably know, has been shaped by two huge products, sugar and tobacco. This land, this history, it all feeds into the culture that we're here to talk about today. And that history, that landscape, well, it's given rise to what Cuba is maybe most famous for around the world. It's absolutely incredible, infectious music. Now, this is the key. Cuban music isn't just one single thing. It's this rich, powerful blend, a fusion of traditions from Spain and from Africa. And that fusion, that's the secret ingredient. It's the source of this rhythm that is just so deeply a part of life there. And the diversity is just mind-blowing. I mean, you've got son cubano, which is kind of the granddaddy of what we now call salsa. You've got jazz with a totally unique Cuban spin, the modern beats of timba and rap, and even the classic, elegant dansant. Music is quite literally everywhere. So what's really cool is how the Spanish language gives you the specific words, the specific tools to talk about and, more importantly, to participate in this amazing musical culture. It's not a spectator sport, it's for doing. Okay, first up, the most fundamental action, bailar, to dance. It's the physical expression of that rhythm that just flows through the whole island. Next, we've got cantar, to sing. Whether it's a love song, a protest, or just a celebration of life, singing is what gives voice to the stories and the feelings of the people. And finally, tocar. This means to play, but specifically for an instrument, from a guitar to a conga drum. So right there, with those three verbs, you've got the vocabulary you need to join the party. But hey, the story of Cuban culture doesn't just stop at the water's edge. Oh no, it has traveled. And maybe nowhere else on Earth is its presence felt more strongly than in one little corner of Miami. Get this, in the Miami neighborhood of La Pequeña Habana, that's Little Havana, a staggering 90% of the residents are Latino. This concentration has created an unbelievable cultural hub. In fact, the feeling there is so authentic that people say it all the time. It's like being in Cuba. It's not just a neighborhood. It really is a transplant of Cuban life, a true home away from home. And you can totally see why. Picture this. You can watch artisans hand-rolling cigars, you can hear live music spilling out from restaurants onto the streets, see friends gathered in the park for a game of dominoes, you can grab a Café Cubano, that's that super strong, sweet coffee, and even walk along Calle Ocho's Walk of Fame, honoring legends like Celia Cruz and Gloria Estefan. It's a complete immersion. So let's jump back to the language itself for a minute, because Spanish has this really fascinating way of distinguishing how we talk about ourselves and our feelings, and it adds this whole other layer of depth. Okay, so in English, we have one verb, to be. Simple enough. But in Spanish, there are two, ser and estar. Think of it like this. Ser is for the essential, permanent stuff. It's who you are. Estar, on the other hand, is for temporary conditions or feelings. It's how you are. So it's the difference between saying someone is a nervous person, like that's their personality, versus saying they're just feeling nervous right now. It's a subtle distinction, but a really powerful one. And this all brings us to our final and maybe most important point, When you put it all together, the music, the unique expressions, the nuances of the language, you get something really profound. You get a glimpse into the very soul of a nation. These are the opening words of a famous poem by José Martí, who was a Cuban national hero. I am a sincere man. But notice the verb he uses, yo soy. He uses ser. He's saying that sincerity isn't just how he feels, it's a core part of his being, his identity. That's language as art, as a declaration of who you are. So as we wrap this up, it really leaves us with this one big question to think about. From a simple what's up to a national hero's poetry, language isn't just a tool we use to communicate. It's a vessel, right? It holds the history, the art, and the very soul of a people. So you have to wonder, how much of who we are is actually defined by the words we use?